much of the Titans' success during this 5-game winning streak belongs with the credit on the defensive side of the football. They have really upped their game. And the biggest thing that you can point to on that side of the ball is the increased pressure on the quarterback. How many years have I sat up here doing this show where we talked about how the Titans can't affect the quarterback? They can't get any pressure. They can't make any quarterback feel uncomfortable. And the bottom line, folks, is the NFL is a quarterback league. It is driven by the quarterback. And when the quarterback is able to sit back there and have time and survey the field, most of these guys are going to be able to pick you apart. Some guys are better than others at it, but if you can't affect the quarterback, you're going to be in for a long afternoon and a long season. And that's where the Titans have been. And that's probably what makes what they've done over the past 5 seasons with the winning records all the more remarkable, because they've really done it without impacting the quarterback, without getting the guy on the ground, without getting sacks, without getting QB hits, without forcing the interceptions downfield, by making those guys uncomfortable. This season, that has changed. The Titans already have more sacks this year than they had all of last season. 3 guys are just a half sack off of that pace. This is a pass rush that is formidable, that other teams have to deal with. And I think you saw it last night in the play calling that the Rams even had. Sean McVay is well known for moving his pocket, getting his quarterback on the run to try to avoid some of the pressure that other teams' main pass rushers bring to the game. That's his MO, is moving the pocket. And in the first half last night, Matthew Stafford was a stationary quarterback. He was in the middle of the pocket, and the Titans just ran over the Rams' offensive line, in some cases quite literally, and got to him over and over again. They had 4 sacks in the first half, 3 of them from Jeffrey Simmons. For the night, they got 5. Now, the Rams adjusted a little bit in the second half. Stafford did a much better job managing the pocket and getting out of harm's way. But they still made him uncomfortable in the second half. And the Rams' offense never really was able to get going. And it all comes back to being able to get after the quarterback again. A huge credit goes to those guys up front, because, again, they're doing it with the front 4. It's not a need to blitz a corner or a safety or a linebacker or multiple linebackers all the time to get pressure. They can get the pressure just with the guys that have the hand in the dirt, so to speak. And that is massive when you can do that. And it helps you hold up on the back end as well. Phone lines are open, 737-7767, if you'd like to join in on the conversation tonight. And Wayne's first up here on Titans Talk. Wayne, thanks for the call. You're up.
Hey, Steve, how's things going tonight?
Doing well. How are you, Wayne?
I'm okay. We was talking about Derek. We all feel bad for him and what's happened and everything, but I think the best thing that we can all do to back him up and the team is just to win football games. That's the way he would want it, I think. And I saw something last night that we're talking about the offense. Yes, it's not the same, and it won't be the same. But I saw something that pleased me with these 3 backs, and that's going to lead to a question I need to ask you. These 3 backs, Tannehill is getting a pretty fair play action with these 3 guys. As long as they're in the game and doing anything at all yardage-wise, I think he can do pretty well with his play action. He did last night against a good team, by the way. And now the question, I think, that maybe they just need to, instead of maybe trying to focus on one of these backs, maybe keep all 3 of them in out of the game, and maybe sometimes create some new plays with maybe McNichols and Peterson in there, or the other guy.
Yeah, Dante Foreman.
Yeah, right. And that creates something else with a new look like that. That just gives the other team, the defense, more to worry about. What do you think about that? That was my question. Do you think we need to leave the three backs continuous thing, or you think we need to settle on one back?
No, Wayne, I think they're going to use all three backs. Now, they may have a little different roles. I think even last night you saw them essentially in different packages. McNichols was still kind of the third down passing situation back. Peterson was sort of the heavy formation back, and they used Foreman on the edges here and there. I think you'll see some of that where all three guys get reps throughout. I think there's a good shot they might ride the hot hand. You know, if Adrian Peterson comes out on Sunday against the Saints and is running the football effectively early on in the game, I think they might keep going to him. If he doesn't, I think they go to the other guys more quickly. So I think you'll see all three of them a lot. I don't necessarily think you're going to ever see a situation where one of the guys gets a Derrick Henry-like workload of 22, 23, 25, 28 carries. That's just not going to happen. These guys aren't built, or at this point of their career, set up to do that. But I give Todd Downing a ton of credit last night, because obviously he was playing with a short deck. Not just the injury to Derrick Henry in the backfield, but the injuries on the offensive line. He was missing two starters. I thought he did a good job mixing things up in the backfield. They only got 69 yards rushing, but they did just enough that on first down and then on the short yardage situations, the play action was still effective, as you mentioned. That is such a huge part of the offense. You have to keep teams honest in that area. And I think he did a good job with the play calling last night to make that work. The Titans also have to find a way, though, to gain something on first down, because it's so important that this offense stays in front of the chains. There weren't a ton of negative plays last night. They weren't always great plays. They weren't always 5-6 yards. The running backs did not have a good average for the night. But they weren't necessarily losing yards. And when you can avoid the negative play, it leaves more options on the table for what you're going to design and what you're going to call. They also did a good job of getting receivers into the running game with some of the reverses we saw, just trying to be creative, trying to keep the defense on its heels a little bit. I give Todd Downing a lot of credit. And I think what you've seen as this team settles into the year, I think Todd Downing is settled into the role of offensive coordinator as well. He now understands what he's got. I think he understands exactly what he has in Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. And so even when Julio Jones is out, or even when Derrick Henry is out, or even when the offensive line is beat up, I think he has a much better understanding now of what he does have, what he can do, what he can't do, and how to call the game based on the personnel on the field. And that is hugely valuable for this team as they move into the second half of the season. Back to the defense now, though, because that really was the story of the game last night. And you got to start with Jeff Simmons. The big fella got after Matthew Stafford. He had 3 sacks in the first half, just the second player in the last decade from an interior defensive line position to do that, joining Calais Campbell from a few years ago. Gets in there with 3 sacks. He had 4 quarterback hits as well. He had 3 tackles for loss, 6 tackles on the game. Jeff Simmons got the job done last night in Los Angeles, and here he was with the media after the game.
It was Sunday night game ball.
How's that feel?
Feel great, man. Not just me, guys. We played a complete game on defense. We gave up a couple plays here and there, but I mean, what more can you ask for? Our defense flying around having fun. Got turnovers. We got sacks tonight. Just everybody playing together having fun tonight. So, I mean, what more can you ask for?
Was it just a matter of you being in the zone? Or, this was a pretty good game you had today.
I mean, I don't rush by myself. I wanted to come in this game, have a great game. My mindset always come out and attack the line of scrimmage. But, just props to the D-line. We rushed together. We played together. You don't get sacks unless all 11 on the field on the same page, especially when the quarterback holds the ball. We get into the pocket, prop to the guys on the back end. And that's just like, with interception. We affect the quarterback, just make them throw the ball up. All guys get interception. And like I said, all 11 on the same page, that was happening.
How much pride do you take in that front, you guys being able to get that pressure without having to blitz so much?
I mean, we came a long way, like I said. Them guys, each and every, because every Thursday is our third down day. And that's what every week, let's get to the quarterback. Let's get to the quarterback. Let's be on the same page. As long as everyone, all four on the same page, we communicate, we rush together. That was happening. Like I said, I can't be more proud of that group. I'm happy to be with these guys, especially on third down, getting out to the quarterback. Even on first and second down, we've been good. That's helped us be good on third down.
How much confidence did it give you, Jeff, when you're able to have the success that you were able to have, and did you feel like they were getting flustered on the other side?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you're affecting the quarterback like we did today, they have no other choice but to be, especially just the quarterback. He's getting frustrated back there. He can't, that's what we talked about coming to the game. Let's disrupt the middle of the pocket to be able to affect the quarterback so he won't be able to throw to his receivers. As we know, number 10 with his guy, them guys on the back end did a great job. It just give us a lot of confidence up front to be able to just, keep rushing. That's what we talk about. Let's keep stopping them so we could be able to rush more. And like I said, first and second down, once we keep, we've been good on first and second down, we'll be able to rush on third down or whatever it may be late in the game, even second down. So.
Obviously, there's more regular season games to play, but what's it say about this team coming through the stretch that you guys just did?
We got a tough team. We got a lot of guys who, no matter what the situation may be, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight to the end, all four quarters. And like I said, what other team would I want to be on? I love the team. I love the fight. Each and every day we come to practice. Everyone had the right mindset. We come into this game each and every week. We've been on a stretch, and just the mindset of everybody. We're not trying to prove no one else wrong. We're trying to prove ourselves right, as KB always say, man. Like I said, I couldn't be more proud to just be on this team, keep fighting with these guys. We got another tough game coming up, so enjoy this win, get back, get in the home win.
Couple more guys stacked up here.
You think you guys surprised some people with this win, and should they be surprised?
They might have surprised. We wasn't. Our locker room believed, and that's something that we talked about coming this game, And we knew that a lot of people were doubting us. We knew that everyone was, having thoughts, with Derek missing, we missed Derek. It sucks that he got hurt. But one thing about it, I was saying on the sideline, defense win championships. Even when a couple of times it's gonna happen. Our offense may stall in the drive or whatever it may be. But as long as the defense go out and put the fire, that's what we're about. They could keep doubting us, but like I said, the only people we're trying to prove right is ourselves.
Last one.
Jeff, as a guy who, was on the defense last year through some of the struggles you had, how nice is this to be on the run you guys are on defensively, changing games with some of the plays you make?
Like I said, man, we came a long way. I think we just we better all around, communicating, being coordinated with our rush game, guys on the back end playing their best ball. I think that's the great thing about this game. Each and every day, each and every year, you're trying to get better and better, and I think we're going in the right direction. Like I said, we got another tough game at home, and hopefully we get more turnover, more sacks next week.
Brave said your technique's really showing up. You feel like your technique's really shot up?
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of pride in my technique. I think, they harp on it a lot, your pad level, get your hands inside, transition in the pocket. And, I talked to my Coach T, and we just talk about from year one to now, my technique, especially on my transition on on play action pass, took a big leap. So I just want to keep, taking that next step in my game.
There's Echo coming up here next. I know you're talking about the whole team kind of doing it, but the two of the way you guys disrupted the game early, how much fun was that for the two of you, and what'd you say to each other?
Oh, he's a dog, man. That's my dog, man. The Bulldogs, man, like I said, playing against Nico, I'm playing with Nico, man, it's always good, just being able, when he first came in, just the knowledge that I could get from him, even when, working on technique, hands, it's fundamental stuff like that. Being able to hear from a guy who played in this game, and not just on the edge, but in the inside. It's all, like I said, it's great to have him, on our team. Couldn't be more excited. I'm happy that the coach let him come to us. Like I said, I couldn't be more proud to play against another guy like Nico. Congrats to him again. He also got player of the game. I hope we can keep it up.